Welcome to another installment of St. Louis Donut Hole to the West. This time we're going to a brand new shop that's only been around, I believe, 2 weeks, possibly 3 weeks. It's called Vincent Van Donuts. So the donut shop has only been around 2 or 3 weeks, but Vincent Van Donuts has been around for quite a while longer. I'm not sure exactly when they started their food truck, their van, but they've had a food truck for several years. Maybe if I had to guess, I would guess 4 years maybe. And they did, had donuts out of there. And then a couple years ago, they started selling them at Straub's markets around St. Louis, which is a local high-end grocery store throughout the St. Louis area and Central West End and Town and Country and Clayton. So that was nice, but you had to go into a grocery store and mess with all that rigmarole. And about 2 or 3 weeks ago, they opened up their first shop. Or actually, I shouldn't say first shop. They opened up a shop, and it's in downtown Clayton. It is a fabulous place, fabulous location, very cool. Very cool and ideal location right there on, I believe it's called North Central Avenue. But the shop is really neat, real old-fashioned and just beautiful inside. It's almost like a modern, not modern necessarily, but a mature donut shop, where you can go and you can sit down, have some coffee and their donuts, and you don't feel like you're, not that there's anything wrong with this, because I love grimy donut shops, but you don't feel like you're in a grimy donut shop, drinking, cheap coffee. You're in a nice cafe. Downtown Clayton, if you're visiting St. Louis and aren't familiar with St. Louis, downtown Clayton is like a very, I'd say, upscale part of town and a business center, but also lots of very fine restaurants and shopping establishments. One of my favorite stores, Craft Beer Cellar, is there, as well as many other great places. So it's a very pretty area. So about the donuts though, Vincent Van Donuts, I have been wanting to do a video stop on them for a long time, but I have not done so. And then I heard about the shop opening, so I figured I'd wait. Their donuts are really good and very unique. I am not a yeast donut guy. I'm a cake donut guy, but if I'm not mistaken, Vincent Van Donuts, all their donuts are yeast. But they're so good, they're so dense, that even a cake lover, even a cake guy, would love them. So they're square to begin with, but they're monstrous. They're square and I'll show you. So when I go over here, it's kind of a trek from my home, but they're so unique, it's worth a trek. I'll get probably just 2 donuts for me and my wife. My wife will have maybe half of one, and I'll have 1.5. And that's enough. I'm filled. I'm full. I'm satisfied. They're very dense and very hearty. And then so they're square yeast donuts that are very dense, very hearty. And then they also, are very modern in their approach to making donuts as well. So, exotic flavors. Trying to think. I mean, they have, I'll show you. I just woke up about 10 minutes ago. I'm having a hard time. The one I had last week was it was a triple chocolate one, which that doesn't sound that modern or exotic, but it's done in a very culinary approach. What else did we get? Oh, we got something cheesecake donut. So, and they have French toast, and they have maple bacon and stuff like that. It's actually become fairly common to have those flavors. So I wouldn't say they're crazy out there flavors, but they're a modern approach to donuts. So I would say they're of the modern class. But then they have They have a couple side things. So all they have is they also have like some other novelty items like fried pretzel donut. They're like sizes of donut holes as well, with the caramel dipping sauce. And they have a few different kinds of donut holes, but not just little donut wads. There, they have donut holes with like cream and filling inside it. So nice little additional add-ons like that. So, all right, I'll pop the video back on once I get there. Okay. Excuse me.
I know it was a full moon last night.
And I think by the time it maybe got it, so I think it's supposed to be a total, it might have been too long on the horizon. Yeah, my guy was probably...
No, I guess the stars broke down, Brady got out. I like texted it all the time, so I had to call him.
Yeah, he was making some nice plans. Have a nice day. You're welcome. You too.
Morning, sir.
How you doing?
Good. How are you today?
Pretty good.
Push! Morning, family. You need a coffee, buddy?
That was Vincent Van Donuts on North Central Avenue in Clayton, downtown Clayton. Just an awesome place, just a comfortable, cozy place that seems like almost more like a bakery cafe for mature adults. Although they're very friendly with the kids. If you bring your kids in, they'll give you a free donut hole for the kid. So don't get me wrong. I'm not trying to make it seem like it's not a kid fun friendly place. They're very kid friendly. But something about it, though, the atmosphere, and it's just really nice. It's a very classy donut shop, and the donuts, they're just fantastic. I bought today a chocolate chip cookie donut, as well as a coffee chocolate donut. So it's got some coffee on there. I think they used to call it the Highlander. And if you visited them at Straub's over the years in the food truck, please note that I could be wrong, but I do think that their prices are cheaper now that they have their own shop. So that's really nice as well. Either cheaper or it seems more reasonable to me. I could be wrong. But it's just a really nice all-around experience, and I highly recommend it. Good, dense, hearty yeast donuts with quality ingredients put together like a pastry chef has put them together. Very nice. So thanks a lot, Vincent Van Donuts, and congratulations on your new storefront. So happy that part of town needed some donuts, and St. Louis needed more donuts. So thanks a lot, and congratulations.